Two games you marched from Manhattan to this one, this game tonight. And what was really the difference for you? Was it just a product of your first few shots going in, getting comfortable?
Yeah, I don't really know. I know, I've said this all the time. From one game to the next, sometimes they go in or they don't go in. And sometimes you feel it, sometimes you don't. And, after the Kansas State game, I was, kicking myself because I knew I put that on me. 3-point game and 2-point game, have it take game-winning shot, shoot an air ball. Senior leader and the guy trying to make a statement in his last year of college basketball does not need to be doing that. I know that, so took that in the next couple of days, working on my focus. Came out here real early today before the game, moving around, just shooting a lot of game shots, and that helped me definitely.
How much did you work on in the offseason, making a hard step after getting the ball and not just being a catch and shoot kind of guy?
That was pretty much the whole thing that I worked on. Coming down some down screens, we set up cones to try and operate in a little area, be able to catch it, and either take one, dribble hard, and then make a move, and also in transition, pushing it up when they kick it up to me, instead of just catching and shooting it, and maybe a pump fake or like an in and out move. And so those were definitely the primary focuses throughout the offseason. Just make the game better.
Marshall, you're making bigger passes now too. Is that just kind of evolving your game a little bit?
Just now?
Yeah, just making big passes, to open.
I think I did that last. I think I've always done that. People just don't ever give me credit for that. I've always done that. My favorite pass is coming out and there's two guys coming, just drop it right in there. Made that pass all time last year.
Defensively, Marshall, y'all struggle to guard these guys off the dribble. Could you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, that's been one of our main problems. This year, that zone is pretty effective for us. It wasn't really effective today as we were hoping. But Oregon, I think give them some credit too. They move the ball and they're fast. Probably the fastest team we'll play all year. They move the ball. That was a clinic on how to move the ball around, get everyone involved. And so, giving up 115 points is a lot of points. And, haven't been able to look at it yet. So after we look at the film, we'll be able to figure out just how bad it was.
When Jarvis hit that shot, was there a sense that this game was y'all's? I mean, did it seem like?
Oh my goodness, yeah. And I thought I hit that shot at the buzzer. It looked, I thought it was in, and then. Normally that's the way it goes in basketball. The home team hits a buzzer beater or something, goes to overtime. The momentum, that last year Vanderbilt hit a shot at the buzzer, go to overtime, just momentum rides all the way through. It's crazy. But, turning the ball over on the first play, giving them an easy layup, didn't help us at all. And, thought we were going to have it, but let it slip.
How much has this last week been a good test for you guys to see where you are at this point?
Yeah, well, we knew this, going into it, that we needed to be 6-0, and didn't know how good the teams would be out in Brooklyn, and we knew we needed to take care of those, and we did. And going to Kansas State, we knew that they had their backs against the wall, and they're a physical team, and we knew that their back was against the wall, and they had to win that game. And we went out there and we had a chance. Lost by 3. All right, well, regroup. There's no time to whine about it. You got Oregon coming at home. And just let this one slip. And that was a test, playing two teams, one on the road, one at home. And losing by the way we lost, it hurts. But at the end of the day, we lost the game, and it's going to be the same way in the SEC. When those games are close, we need to be able to get over the hump and win those games and grind them out in the end, or we're going to be on the outside looking in.
What's the transition been like for you to come off the bench instead of starting games?
I haven't really cared. Like I thought I would. I knew the first couple of games probably would be coming off the bench, and then I've just been over there. And my favorite two players in the NBA are J.R. Smith and Jamal Crawford, so I just took that mentality into it. Six man a year. That's a word I don't have. So that's I'm not big into looking at it. I remember last year things were going for us, and me and Coach, kind of was like come off the bench at the beginning of the year a little bit, switch things up. And so I'm just gonna go with it. I trust Coach. So.
How much improvement have you seen in Derek and Jarvis this season, maybe?
Oh man, exponentially better. it's just, you know, Derek goes in there and he makes all kinds of crazy shots. I don't know how he does it. He's like 5'5". Like, how does he drive in there and make all these shots that he didn't make last year? And, you know, Jarvis's game, ever since that first game, you know, when he went for 28 or whatever it was, he just carried that all the way through. And but we probably knew more with Jarvis than Derek that would happen because, you know, Jarvis is, you know, point guard and leader. He shows up every day with the same mindset. You always know what you're going to get from Jarvis Summers. And, you know, it's a quality that we try and, you know, make everyone kind of like Nick Williams last year that we want everyone on our team to have. And so we probably knew Jarvis, you know, would be ready for it. But Derek, that's just another weapon.
Anything else?
When did you know tonight might be a special night for you individually?
When did I know tonight?
Yeah, you might have a big game. When did you have that
Oh
feeling?
man, I mean, I've been waiting. You know, I've been waiting for it this year, getting not antsy or really frustrated, but I was like, come on. And I looked at it last year and it was about, you know, I didn't really do much at the beginning of the year. And then kind of towards the middle is when I started to pick things up a lot more. So I was like, okay, maybe it'll be the same way this year. And then tonight, you know, I made the first shot in the first couple, and then after that, missed a few, but they were open. And their defense, I knew there was going to be a lot of open shots. And then just 1, 2, 3, and then I was like, all right, let's go.
Thanks, Mark.